Eagletech has no standing to complain about the effect of Regulation SHO and offers no evidence that Regulation SHO contributed to or, in fact, has affected its inability to file its statements. If Eagletech were simply a shareholder, it could argue the property rights of a shareholder. But in this matter, Eagletech has no claim, and in fact, the division submits to you that there is no taking. With respect to the claim of selective prosecution, the division suggests that, in fact, Eagletech was not singled out in any manner. First and foremost, the Commission is obviously aware of the delinquent filers program here through the Division of Enforcement. In the past 2 years, the delinquent filers branch has identified in more than 48 administrative proceedings over 100 companies that have failed to comply with the reporting provisions. In fact, the criteria the delinquent filers branch uses is almost identical to the criteria that Eagletech would meet. That is, it was delinquent for more than a year, it had received notice from the division of its delinquency, and after a period of time it had failed to cure that deficiency. Moreover, beyond the delinquent filers branch, at the time the division submitted and initiated or requested the Commission to initiate and institute this proceeding, the division also requested the Commission to institute a proceeding against Select Media TV, an issuer in identical circumstances. Finally, the division suggests to you that revocation is the appropriate sanction here. Based on Eagletech's failure to comply and the fact that it can offer no assurances that it will comply in the future, there can be no protection for future investors until Eagletech provides current, accurate financial information. Based on the foregoing, the division requests that you affirm Law Judge Kelly's finding that Eagletech has failed to comply and continues to violate Section 13A and Rule 13A1 and 13A13. And in light of Eagletech's continuing violation and its lack of assurances against future violations, we ask that you affirm the law judge's decision revoking the registration of Eagletech Securities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Byrne. Mr. Young, you may present your rebuttal. Before you start, I'd like to ask my question, and then you'll have time for your rebuttal. This is following up on Commissioner Atkins' question. It's my understanding that companies generally pay for the cost of an auditor and the preparation of financial reports out of earnings from operations. So my question is, what's the relevance of the stock price in your inability, in what you've said is your inability to file the registration statements?
I'm sorry, I have difficulty hearing up here.
Okay, I'll start again. My understanding is that companies generally use earnings from operations to pay for the costs related to filing the registration statements.
Yes.
So I was wondering what the stock price, what the relevance of the stock price is to your not filing, to Eagletech's not filing the registration statements.
Eagletech was a development stage company, and it relied on its ability to raise capital in the capital markets in order to prosecute its business plan and roll out its products into the marketplace. And by the manipulation of its stock price from a market cap of over $130 million to nearly nothing within a few months, by design, for profit, by a group of manipulators, the company reached a point where it couldn't go to the marketplace to raise the capital that it needed to continue. And it hit the wall, and at that point couldn't afford to pay for the financial reports that were required. And my contention is that there are a number of people that bear responsibility for that, and nobody has stepped up to the plate to investigate or take any action against these people who have done this not only to my company but to hundreds, if not thousands, of others like Eagletech that were started by entrepreneurs who have invested their lives into their companies. They were like shooting fish in a barrel to a group of miscreants that made profit from destroying these companies.
Thank you. Now you may begin your rebuttal.
Okay. Mr. Byrne, the basis of your argument is that Eagletech didn't file its reports, and that is true. I contend that if you had spent but a fraction of the resources that you have spent on this proceeding on investigating just one complaint of manipulation, you would have saved some innocent shareholder the loss of his pension savings or his child their education fund. I have just one question to ask you. When are you going to do your job? Thank you.
Thank you both. The Commission will take this matter under advisement. And as I said at the beginning, Chairman Cox will review the transcript and participate in that way. Thanks.